Awesome. Okay, I'm going to share the YouTube link in our classroom right now. As soon as it comes up, it's almost there. And there we go. And now I'm also going to record the session. Awesome. Okay, so let's see YouTube. Let's see if YouTube is ready. Okay, YouTube is also ready. So we are going to share the link as well in our classroom. It's hanging. This network is not very nice to me today. It's hanging. Just hold on. Let's close it here. Let's open it up here. Okay. I just want to share with everybody that we are on YouTube, but this network is not being kind to me today. I'll try to send it via email because WhatsApp is not responding. Email is better. But the network is so slow. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna share this. On YouTube, right? On YouTube. YouTube. 37. If you cannot get in to Zoom, please go to YouTube. All right. Let me send them the YouTube link. Awesomeness. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm laughing at that. He is so lost. Our leader, the Lord has says, I must check the email. Now I'm totally lost. Those are our classmates. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being early. We have not seen each other since we started. The last 7 days, we have been talking via email, via WhatsApp. And now is the time when we can actually say hi to everyone. So I'm going to ask this. I'm going to ask that at least in the first 5 seconds, 2 seconds, show your video and say hi. Can we do that? Just show your video and say hi to everyone. Can we do that? Can you hear me? I need somebody to tell me that they can hear me or something. I feel like I'm alone. Let me hear if YouTube. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Hey, now I feel like there's people around. Welcome. Say welcome, Dr. I see you. Welcome. I'm Catherine. Oh, welcome.
Hello.
Oh, it's so nice to know.
What is it?
Ayanda driving. Welcome. Oh, thank you so much for joining in. Even you are driving. Thank you so much. Who else wants to show their video? To say hello. Titeka, we see you. I'm gonna say hello anyway if you don't want to, even if you don't want to show your face. Malifu, hello. I can't even say me Malifu or Aus Malifu because I can't see the faces. Just now I'm saying Malifu, Kantiki Memoholu. How bantu? Okay. Mama Lerato, I see you. Thank you so much for joining in. I see you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate the fact that you showed your video. Lebohang, welcome. Pila Ngenkosi. You know, Pila Ngenkosi, you are the one who kept me going. So it would be good to see your face. I think he hasn't connected with the audio yet. I'll tell him when he's connected with his audio.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Show your face.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, on your screen, are you using your phone?
Yes.
On your screen, on the bottom, I think it's the bottom right, it's got a sign of a video camera.
Oh, start video.
That video, yes.
Okay.
Let's see you.
Let's see. Hi. At last. I'm
Good to see you,
nobody
Ma.
now.
Oh,
But Grace Nyamani. I'm
good
so
to see
happy.
you, Ma. Welcome. So good to see you.
Thank you. Okay.
Wow. Phila Ngenkosi, I loved your name and you kept me so busy and you kept the class going. The least you could do for us is show your face and say hi. Would like to see you. Togozile, welcome. Clementine, Ntombi Zonke. Hey, you've got such beautiful names, people. Isemolo, Manifu. Welcome, everybody. Let me see who we've got on YouTube as well. Because we've got guys who could get into Zoom, but they're now on YouTube. Let me see what we've got going on in YouTube. Let's see. Have you got any of our classmates on YouTube? Okay, oh, there's 4 watching. On YouTube, if you can just type your name so that I can see who is watching us on YouTube, who is watching with us on YouTube, who joined us through YouTube. You can just type in your name in the comments, and then we can also welcome you. Okay, YouTube. We've got 5 people watching on YouTube. Right, okay, let's get started. Welcome, everybody. I am so excited. I can't even contain myself. I must just go on with the lesson. So we've had, I think, Phila Ngenkosi, I will not going to see your face. Okay, let's hear your voice. But I see he doesn't have a mic. I think he's also struggling with his audio. He doesn't have a mic. So I'm going to start. If you've got any problems, guys, also you can use the chat to ask questions, use the chat to speak to us or unmute yourself. And Phila Ngenkosi, I want to see if you are stuck there, your audio is connecting. And now your audio is connecting. It's good. Diteka, you don't have audio, you don't have a mic. Something is wrong with you as well. If you look on your device, if you're using your phone on the bottom, is it bottom left? I think it's bottom left. Yeah, on the bottom left, there should be a sign of a microphone. If you click on that one and it will ask you if you want to connect with device audio or internet audio, choose that internet audio and you should be okay. The same with Disemolo.
Got it.
Oh, you good, I can see, okay, you good, awesome. Is struggling. Hey, Mama, how are you?
I am fine.
Good to see you. Okay, so we're gonna go on anyway. All right, so welcome to day 7 of learning the basics of cryptocurrencies in 7 days. I am really honored that you have prioritized this learning. I am honored that you engaged in this session. You make it also worthwhile. You know, I'm very passionate about cryptocurrency adoption through education. And when I see committed people, it warms my heart, and I am glad to play a part in you understanding cryptocurrencies. So now let's go on to day 7. Day 7 is slightly different. I've created some slides for you to sum it all. Remember, I said I was going to give you bite sizes of information every single day. And on the last day, we're going to bring it all together and complete the picture for you, and hopefully also give you the way forward. Okay, so let's get started with what I have prepared for you. Okay. It's coming up. Okay. I'm going to share my slides just now. They're coming up. Can you see my slides? What do you say? Yes. Oh, yes. So thank you. I can see the hand. Thank you for indicating. I can see my slide. I am going to mute everyone. And then if you want to unmute yourself, go ahead and do so, just to set this order in the room. Okay, so welcome to day 7. So in the last 7 days, 6 days, what we've been doing is going through the basics of cryptocurrencies. I'm just going to summarize that for you, and then I'm going to go into a step that shows you how cryptocurrency has changed people's lives, how that all works, so that when you leave here, you know what you ought to do to move forward. So when we started on Monday, we started talking about the evolution of money, right? The story of money. I indicated that cryptocurrency doesn't just come from nowhere, okay? Cryptocurrency is part of the natural evolution of money. I indicated that money as we know it does not always exist. I'll normally hold my rands and I don't have my, oh yeah. That's not my wallet, it's Papa's wallet. Oh, it's empty. Anyway, okay. And money as we know it was not always in the form of the paper notes and the coins that we know. It evolved over time. All that money does for us is to allow us to exchange value. It allows us to get things that we don't have, but somebody else has. You go to Pick n Pay, you are going to buy milk, because we don't have cows. You go and buy milk, and then they've got the milk, you give them the money, they give you the milk. It's an exchange. But it has not always been like that. We went through the evolution of money, talking about the barter system. The barter system was how they exchanged value in early civilization, right? That's when we saw that people could have, let's say we've got Medisemolo there, and then we've got Ausuntogozo, right? And then we say Medisemolo is a farmer and she's got cows. Ausuntogozo has got maize. And then if Medisemolo wanted a pony or maize or meal, she could go to Ntokozo, but she didn't have, and there was no money then. She just simply used to have to go to Ntokozo and say, Ntokozo, I need maize. And Ntokozo would say, oh, Mama, you came at the right time, just when I wanted beef. And the two would get into a discussion and they would talk about it and they will negotiate the price. The price would be in the form of how much maize should I give you for 1 cow? They must agree. There's no middleman. It's 2 parties, 2 people talking and agreeing. That's how people exchange value. There was no money. But the system had to evolve when it stopped serving certain people. You will find that, yes, we've got Ntokozo who has got maize, and then we've got Ayanda. Mam Ayanda says, you know what? She's a shoemaker. She makes shoes. She's all that, right? So she's a shoemaker and she goes to Ntokozo and says, Ntokozo, I need some maize. Ntokozo says, good shot, Mom. You came in at the right time. I actually want some shoes. It's cold. My heels are getting cracked. I can do the pair of shoes. The two discuss and they exchange. Whatever they agree on, 50 kgs of maize for a pair of shoes, whatever they agree on is between them. So once the exchange has happened, it has happened. Nobody was facilitating or intervened in that discussion. Now let's take it that 2 weeks later, Ayanda has finished the maize. She went to town. She had pap, she had motoho, she had everything, right? Now the maize is gone. She goes back to Ntokozo and says, Ntokozo, hey, my sister, maize gone. I need maize. Ntokozo says, I'm sorry, now I don't need shoes. Now, does it mean that Ayanda should go hungry? Because the barter system works on what we call a coincidence of want. People have to want something from each other at the same time. When that is not honored, the system does not work. So it had to change. So the system changed and we moved to the community now would agree on what they deemed to be valuable. And that is very important to understand because that's what, even today, money is really what we agree on what money is. So the community then would agree on what would constitute a currency, what they could use to exchange. That thing had to be scarce. You can't just go around and pick it up. It has to be valuable. The community has to see value in it. So in the early civilization, we had things like cowrie shells. We had salt, the salt, what we use now to season our food. It used to be a currency because it was scarce and the community saw it was valuable. So it was a currency at the time. So whatever the community agrees on becomes a currency. It becomes a means, a medium of exchange. So in early civilization, when they had cowrie shells, What would have happened now in Ayanda and Ntokozo's example? Ayanda would have called Ntokozo and said, Ntokozo, can I have maize? And Ntokozo would say, okay, give me 10 cowrie shells. And the exchange would happen. You give the shells and you get the maize. We're getting closer and closer to what we know as exchanging value, as money. Because now there's a token, an object that facilitates a trade. But the community has to agree on it. We've got different communities doing different things. My son wasn't born, even today, my son wasn't born in school. Do you know what they had as currency? Chicken. Because chicken was very scarce there. So the day they served chicken in the dining hall, you could get people to do things for you and just pay them with chicken. Because it was so valuable. Now I hear in other communities, certain things are seen as valuable and are seen as currency. In prison, what do you know about prison and currency? Have you heard anything about what is so scarce that the community has decided that they would use as currency? You can put it in the chats. If you know, oh, sorry, I keep forgetting that we've got people on YouTube. I'm sorry, my YouTubers, I'm gonna go into YouTube as well. Make sure that we keep aligned with them. So, let me just, so even on YouTube, you can communicate with us. Welcome, Cynthia, I see you. You're the only one who indicated, and there's 8 of you in there. So everybody who is on in YouTube, you can just indicate in the comments so that we can see you as well. So who knows what I heard? I don't know about you. I heard that in prison, cigarette is currency. In that community, that works because it's scarce. But imagine someone who's in prison and they step out, now they're released from prison, they come back and they are put back into their community, and now they start integrating with everybody. Can they still use cigarette as currency? Because outside that community, it does not work. And the similar thing happened even in the early days. Now we find that the Indians come to Africa, they want to start doing business with us, they come with their spices and they go to East Africa, and then we say to them in East Africa, oh, we've got cowrie shells, we can give you this, you give us your spices. And they think, hold on, what am I gonna do with these things? We've got shells everywhere there in India, these things are not gonna mean anything to us. Now money had to change again. So every time money was changing, it was to optimize how we exchange, to make that relevant for the time. And it seems like every 5 years, the way we exchange value was actually changing. I can see you, Gertrude, I can see you, Frisco, and Diteka, oh, moved out of the Zoom into YouTube. Okay, I can see you as well. Okay, so now, sorry about that, I just got distracted. Oh, sorry, I need to stop. There's something distracting. Let me just stop this. I've got an application that keeps indicating and it's making a noise. I just need to close this off. Sorry, I've closed it off. It's gonna stop making a noise now. Let's go back to our session. Just distracting me. Okay, so now think every 50 years, the way we exchange value keeps changing. It's optimized to make it relevant for that time. So we moved from the cowrie shells, because now that did not work in certain instances, we moved to having gold coins, metal money. Gold coins, silver coins, commodity-based money, those were rare. Gold was rare, it's expensive. Everybody agreed that yes, we could use that. So now the exchange of value was happening outside of our community. The money that was used had to accommodate that, and it came in the form of gold. That also came with its issues years later. One of the issues is transportability, which is one of the very key properties of money. Transportability, portability. Now, imagine if you are a millionaire, you are a millionaire, and now we're still using gold. Does it make sense for you to be carrying gold coins around or gold bars? You are just a target to be mugged. Besides the fact that these things are heavy. So transportability and security was now an issue. And then you know what happened? You saw the early banks coming into being. How did they come into being? They said, Zandile, bring your gold to us. We are going to give you a piece of paper that is going to guarantee anybody that you are trading with that they are going to get the gold. So for example, if you had, I don't know, let's just say 50 gold coins, they would say, okay, 50 gold coins, and Zandile has got this, they write it down. Now, instead of carrying gold around, you are carrying around a piece of paper. Now, when you go to Ntokozo and you want to buy maize, you can now give her the paper. When she takes that paper, it guarantees that when she takes it to the bank, she's going to get the money, the gold. That is the introduction of paper money. And do you know that when paper money was introduced, there was resistance to that as well? The Americans said no to that. But today, do you know any country that does not have their currency represented in notes? Not at all. So adoption of new currencies, of new forms of money has always been a problem. That's why we are not even surprised when we are seeing with the resistance to the adoption of cryptocurrency. New things, change is never easy. But anyway, nonetheless, so we've got this paper money, it's backing the gold. And then in the 70s, gold was dropped as a standard. Our money is backed by nothing. Contrary to what people believe, it is backed by nothing. In the 70s, the gold standard was dropped. And then we got what we're calling fiat currency, government-owned money. Every government has got their own type of money. We've got the rand, the British have got the pound, the Americans have got the US dollar, Botswana, they've got the Pula, Swaziland, they've got the Emalangeni, Lesotho, Maluti. We've got different currencies. Zambia, they've got the Zambian kwacha. So now, fiat currency comes with its own issues. Yes, it has evolved also in terms of we don't just carry the paper notes now, we've got plastic money, our cards. And who knows that even when the plastic cards were introduced, it was a problem. My mom had a problem with that. I remember Mama used to say, Muchini o onjela chelete. This machine is going to chow my money. She wanted to go into United Bank with her bank book. There was always resistance to change. Now, this one of the biggest things, guys, with fiat currency, when I said this money is not backed by anything, this is where you need to start appreciating cryptocurrency. Money is really the value of any currency is based on the sentiment around the politics and the economy of that country. So if you've got rands and you're thinking, when I was introducing people to cryptocurrencies in 2017, they used to say to me, hi, Maggie, this thing is not backed by anything, but the rand is backed by the economy of South Africa. And that is your downfall. That is where the problem is. That is the problem cryptocurrency came to solve. Let's talk about our neighbor, Zimbabwe. Who knows that the Zimbabwean currency, the Zim dollar, does not exist anymore? What happened to the Zim dollar? It is fiat currency. Fiat currency, its value depends on the sentiment around the politics and the economy of that country. What was the sentiment around Zim? There were sanctions around Zim. The economy collapsed. When it collapsed, the Zim dollar went down to zero. Nobody wanted to do business with Zim. It ceased to exist. They went into hyperinflation. When I started hearing about exchange rates, the rate of the Zim dollar to the rand was 3 to 1, which means that if I had 6 million Zim dollars, I could come to South Africa and get 2 million rands. Okay, so which means it was a good currency. But do you think that Maggie, who had 6 million, when the Zim dollar collapsed, this fiat currency collapsed, do you think that the Zimbabwean government would have said, oh, but Mags, you had 6 million Zim dollars, we are going to give you the equivalence in US dollar? No, suddenly I had no money. That is the danger of fiat currency. Fiat currency, when governments mess up, your money is gone. Your riches are gone. So Bitcoin was born as a result of that, to say we cannot watch our money and see it lose value over time. What can we do in this digital age where you want to be doing business with everybody? What can we do? And then that was the birth of money that does not depend on any government, money that depends on an economy based on the participation of any individual. Maggie can participate in Togozo, Ayanda, Nobadina, anybody who wants to be part of this community. Malifu, you can be part of this community. It came in the form of cryptocurrency. The first one was Bitcoin. Bitcoin was born in 2009 after the economic meltdown of 2008, when a lot of people lost a lot of money due to decisions that were made by financial institutions that required governments to bail them out. And how do they bail them out? They use our money, the taxpayers' money. So a new currency was born to say, we are not going to depend on the banks anymore. It's going to be based on, it will all be internet-based. The governance of this is going to be done on the blockchain, which is a connection of a whole lot of computers that keeps track of all transactions on a digital space. And they check on each other, these computers that are connected to the blockchain, they check on each other by all having the same copy of those transactions, so that when Maggie says she is sending something to Malifu, there is a record and a system that is made up of people who will check on each other and say, yes, Maggie does have that, or no, Maggie does not have that, decline that transaction. So no more depending on banks. One thing about this currency as well, when it was designed, within its monetary policy, it was designed to be deflationary in character. That means it appreciates in value over time. Our money, the rand, loses buying power over time. It loses value over time. What do I mean? You went to the shops a few years ago with 2,000 rands and you could fill your trolley. The same 2,000 rands today will not even give you half a trolley. What happened? Your money has lost value over time because of what? Inflation. So Bitcoin is deflationary. It works the other way. And I'm going to show you very soon just now. I mean, imagine, I'm not sure, Pumla, if you are Aus Pumla or Mama Pumla, I didn't see your thing, so I'm going to say Aus Pumla. Imagine Aus Pumla, you are planning for the future of your kids, because I know a lot of us are in here because we are thinking about our families, right? So Pumla says, you know what? I've got a daughter. My daughter is 10 years old. When my daughter turns 21, in 11 years' time, I want her not to want for anything. I had to struggle. I had to build my mom a house and then buy my own house. Now I want my daughter to be all set. I saw property at Waterfall Estate. I saw a beautiful apartment, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It was going for R1 million. I want to get that for my daughter, but she's only 10 now. So what I'm going to do, they say it's R1 million. This is Pumla now talking to herself. Ne? So Pumla says, now I'm going to take this R1 million. I'm going to put it away. Bam! Puts the million away. When she's 21, I'm going to give it to her because I wanted to go buy it herself. Ne? But I've seen it. 3 beds, 2 baths, lounge, dining, all set. The daughter says 21, 11 years later. I was Pumla excited. Baby girl, you know, mommy was thinking about you when you were only 10 years old. My baby, I am so proud of what you've achieved so far. You have finished school. On your graduation day, I am going to give you R1 million. I want you to go to Waterfall Estate, look for apartments. They've got 3 bedroom apartments, 2 baths. And her daughter looks at her and says, Mama, 1 million. Yes, my baby, I saw it. 11 years ago, says, no, Mama. 1 million today, 11 years later, will only get me a 1-bedroom apartment. What happened there? Our money has lost buying power. It loses value over time. So is it wise for us to still be keeping money in a system? I mean, keeping our wealth that we are creating for generations to come, our money that we want to use in the future. Is it wise to still be keeping it in systems, in instruments that lose value over time? We need to start thinking better about our money. Deflationary means that it is appreciating in value over time. So Bitcoin is a great store of value. So is Bitcoin Vault. They are stores of value. A store of value says that when you put your money in a store of value, the idea is that it will store the value of your money. It won't lose value. The idea is that in the future, you can change that particular thing back into your own currency. It should either have the same value or even more. But store of value says it stores the value. So if I were, for example, put money in gold, and I put 10,000 rands in gold, and I pay, let's say 10,000 rands got me an ounce of gold. I've got an ounce of gold, right? This is 10,000 rands, for example, right? And then 10 years later, I still have an ounce of gold. But that ounce of gold, I can sell it now for 50,000 rands. And because of inflation, let's say for 10,000 rands, when I got this ounce of gold, 10,000 rands that time, let's say it would have gotten me a fridge. 10,000 rands a fridge, right? Now, if I kept that money as 10,000 rands in the bank, I know that the interest is not so good, right? Let's say in the bank, in 11 years or whatever it is, I don't know, 12,000 rands. And the fridge at that time, it's probably 50,000 rands. It's gone up in value because of inflation, isn't it? So that money that I've got now, that 12,000 rands in the future, does not buy me that fridge. But if I put it in gold as a store of value, 10,000 rands, I buy gold, because gold is a good store of value. I still have that 1 ounce of gold, but in the future, I can sell that ounce of gold for 50,000 rands. And at that time, I am still able to buy the fridge when the value of the fridge has gone up. So a store of value does that. Or I can sell it for more and get a fridge and even more other things. So Bitcoin is a great store of value. I'm using gold as an example because gold is also a good store of value. Rich people don't keep their money in rands. They buy gold, silver, money that does not lose, assets that don't lose value over time. Now we've got those assets represented in digital format in the form of cryptocurrencies. So early adopters of Bitcoin are now multimillionaires, and I'll show you how that happened. So we got Bitcoin Vault. I introduced you to 2 altcoins. Remember, an altcoin is every cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin. There are many of them out there. I'm going to show you now. But we spoke about 2, Bitcoin Vault and Electric Cash. What I wanted you to take out of this lesson is that when somebody introduces a cryptocurrency to you, there will be a white paper. A white paper is a document that states its business case, that says we saw this problem. This is the blockchain solution to this problem, and it is also represented by this particular coin or token. And then now you look at it and say, does it make sense for me as Maggie? Do I buy into the solution? Do I see value in this solution? Do I think its adoption is going to increase? Because cryptocurrency thrives on adoption. When the adoption is high, the value goes up. So you ask yourself those questions. If your answer is yes, then you can buy the cryptocurrency and keep it for a while. That's called hodling. And just put hodl there in the chat so that you can see what hodl, that is how hodl. Some people say hold on for dear life, but this hodl term, which is used a lot in the crypto space, came about when the price of Bitcoin was like dropping drastically in the early days, just dropping. Everybody was selling Bitcoin. And one guy posted wanted to put on that I am holding. He wanted to put on hold. I am holding onto my coin. But they ended up, then there was a typo. They put in hodl. And that hodl was adopted as a term that says hold on to your crypto. Okay, it's called hodling. Right, so you can hodl your coin. The idea behind hodling is that you believe that the value is going to go, the price of the coin is going to go up over time. And if it does that, it means that has stored your value and has made you some money. So Bitcoin, so apply those things. Is there a white paper? What is the business case? And then look at the development team Who are the people behind this? Are they credible? Where are their offices? Where's the development team? Is there evidence of development? Cryptocurrency is based on computer programs. People must go and code this thing. So what is the development team doing? Have you got evidence that that product is being developed? It's all good that they've got the white paper, but where's the development happening? Because once it is developed, it is going to be connected to our usual exchanges. An exchange is a platform that allows you to exchange between cryptocurrency and fiat currency. So now, if you've got a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin Vault, you need to be able to sell it somewhere. We know that in South Africa, you can sell your Bitcoin on Luno. You can sell your Bitcoin on Altcoin Trader. Once you sold it, you withdraw the funds and they go into your account. You can sell your Bitcoin on ChainX, on ValR, on Coinbase, on Binance. The Bitcoin Vault, you can sell on Liquid, you can sell on Coinbase, you can sell in South Africa, you can use ChainX. The same with Electric Cash. That is one very important thing. You do not want to end up with coins that are worth nothing. As long as you cannot change that coin to your local currency, it is worth nothing. How else are you going to exchange it into money? How are you going to use it? We use the rand in South Africa. We don't use Maggie coin. Anybody can create a cryptocurrency. I can go and register a Maggie coin and never do any development and sell. People say, there's the coin, there's the coin. Oh, I show you a website, you own so many coins. How do I convert Maggie coin to South African rand is the question you want to know. How do I convert that? Give me the process. If Maggie says, okay, Maggie coin, if you want, there's a platform that allows you to sell Maggie coin and get Bitcoin, I'm happy because then I can take my Bitcoin. That platform must be able to let me send Bitcoin to Luno, to ChainX, to any other platform where I can sell that Bitcoin and get my rent. Ask the right questions. You are in this training so that you can take control and ownership of your money. When I advertise this training, I say you must avoid losing your hard-earned money. The only way to avoid losing your hard-earned money is to ask the right questions. Somebody comes to you and says to you, give me 3,000 rands. In 7 days, it will be 30,000 rands. How? What would they be doing? Trading? What kind of trades guarantees that you are going to get 900% returns in 7 days? No matter how desperate you are to make money, rather go slow, understand, and build up your wealth. It is likely to stay. Anything worthwhile takes time to build. So your first sign to run is when they say guaranteed. Cryptocurrency market fluctuates. It's like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. As I'm talking to you, I will not I will not be able to tell you how much the price of Bitcoin will be when we finish this session. It will be different. It will either be higher or lower. As I'm talking to you now, one Bitcoin is 941,000 rands. Yesterday, let me just go to daily. Yesterday, this time, one Bitcoin, it reached the low of 932,000. Yesterday, it went as high as 961,000 for one coin. Today, as I'm talking to you now, it's on 941. Last week, it was on 890. Who knew it was going to be up now? Nobody knew. 6 months ago, it was on 400,000. It's gone up more than 100%. Who knew? Nobody knows. So nobody can guarantee you anything. And when somebody says, I am going to trade for you for 3,000, you are going to get 30,000. It's a lie. How? Do you know that in trading, for you to make a lot of money, you must have traded with a lot of money? No matter how desperate you are, there are certain things that are sure are going to lose you money. And then they come to you and say, oh, instead of 30,000 rands, you actually made 50,000, much more than what you thought. But to release your funds, you must pay us some more money. And you go and pay your money. You are losing your money. So you are in this training to understand that yes, there's money to be made in cryptocurrency, but it is not a miracle. There's a market, there's a system at play. You need to understand that system to avoid losing your money. Okay, so we spoke about Electric Cash, we spoke about Bitcoin Vault. Those are two cryptocurrencies that are altcoins that you can look into. Bitcoin Vault is a security feature. Those who join, it has got a 3-key security that allows you to reverse transactions, never seen in cryptocurrency space before. Electric Cash, oh, Pilar asked a lot of questions about it yesterday, and we got into how this thing works as a transactional coin, quick transactions, cheap transactions, right? So at the moment, if you want Electric Cash, it's less than 300 rands. There was a time when Bitcoin was less than 10 rand. Today is now 900 and something thousand. When we're saying early adopters are now multimillionaires, it's because when they saw an opportunity of entry, they got in. And you hold on. I buy a Bitcoin Vault every single month now. For 1,000 rands, I get about 9 Bitcoin Vaults. Imagine when 1 Bitcoin Vault, now I intend to keep those for about 10 years or 5 years. Think about Bitcoin. It's about 12 years now, 11 years, 12 years. It went from being less than 10 rand to being 900,000. So somebody, when I was doing my training where I show people how to buy their own Bitcoin Vault, bought Bitcoin Vault, 2 weeks later says to me, "Ay, Maramegi, it has not moved." That's not how cryptocurrency works. It has not moved. And then somebody else said, "Oh, but Maggie, it's now less than what I had." And I say, hold on. I'm going to show you something. Let me show you this. Before I show you that, I first want to show you where you can check these prices. Okay. Where is that website? Here we go. Okay. I went to a website called CoinGecko. CoinGecko, let me just put that in the chat. Okay, let me just put that in our chat. Let me take you straight to Electric Cash. Let me also put it in the chats for our Facebook people. I mean, keep saying Facebook. YouTube. Okay. There is the website for Electric Cash. I mean, CoinGecko. Okay, on CoinGecko, it lists a whole lot of cryptocurrencies. So let me just go back to that. You can see here, I landed on Electric Cash, right? 1 Electric Cash is 279. Who cannot afford to buy 1 Electric Cash or even a fraction? Remember, you can own fractions, right? You can own fractions, remember. Do you see it just changed? It just went up. That's why I'm saying nobody can tell you what the price is at any point in time. It keeps changing. Today, there were trades of more than 1 million with Electric Cash. Those are the kind of things that you look out for. GitHub, that's where you will see the source code. When you are looking out to see if this thing is legit or not, go to GitHub, you'll see the source code. That is their website. I shared this with you yesterday. Okay. Now, if you come here, this is the price of 1 Electric Cash now. That's how much has been traded, over 1 million today. Look for those things, that cryptocurrency that you want to buy. Are there people buying and selling it somewhere? If not, how are you going to sell it? Ask yourself that. And then it shows you here 24-hour figures. In 24 hours, the lowest it was in 24 hours was 266. The highest it was is that. It does the same for 7 days. But now I want you to pay attention to this. Where's the all-time high? In May of 2021, one electric cash was 914. So if today it's 280, obviously the person who bought it here is at a loss. But they will only be at a loss if they sell it now. Otherwise, you hold on to it and let the value go up again. If it has gotten to 914 again, it is going to get to 914 again and over. We just don't know when. So this is electric cash. You can do the same for Bitcoin Vault. If I come in here and go for Bitcoin Vault, see that one there? Go there. Okay. One Bitcoin Vault is 117 rands. Get yourself one, leave it. 10 years. Don't touch it. You only spend 117 rands. Leave it. If you can buy more, even better. But if you can't, at least get one and try experience how cryptocurrency works. It's gone down in a day. Let's also check the same figures. There's the website. And I just want to go to the figures here. Okay, there we go. That's the current price of one Bitcoin Vault. It's all-time high, 117. At some point today, it was on 103. The lowest it was today. And it has been as high as 120. This is just for today. This is a week. Now let's go. All-time high. August of 2020, one Bitcoin Vault was 8,500. Today, one Bitcoin Vault is, so it means if you buy now, it is what we're calling a buyer's market. If it has reached that before, by the way, the developers, the development team of Bitcoin Vault are actively marketing this product. And when the adoption increases, you want to have some of these coins. Okay, look at that. There's a big drop today. Look at this. Today, it started at some point at 119 and shoop. If you bought here at 103, you've already made quite a bit of money when it hit 118. Right, so let's stop. So the point is that I wanted to show you that this graph is fluctuating. I didn't even share that. Let me just show you. Nobody can tell you. Look at this. Saturday, 1920. It was 118,000. I mean, 118 rands. Sunday. No, Saturday again. At 10 o'clock, 119. Let's go there. Sunday morning, 4 a.m., 113, it's gone down. Sunday, around about 4 in the morning again, it went down to 103. It keeps going up and down. So how can people guarantee you anything in crypto? Let me show, maybe you're saying, oh, Bitcoin is different. Let's take it to Bitcoin. Let's go to Bitcoin. Okay, let's get to Bitcoin. Look at the market cap. 17 trillion rands are sitting in Bitcoin. And you still think that Bitcoin is a scam? Hey, people will scam you, but not Bitcoin. Okay, so now let's look at this. The price of one Bitcoin, 926,000 rands. 24 hours, it was as low as 919. It went as high as 954. In 7 days, it went as low as 88. It has gone up almost with 100,000 in a week. Now look at this. The all-time high was 971,000 rands, almost 1 million rands for one Bitcoin. And that was just now, 11 days ago. Look at the all-time low of Bitcoin in 2013. 666 rands for one Bitcoin. In 2013, about 8 years ago. If you had bought one Bitcoin 8 years ago, today you would be sitting with, and you would have paid less than 1,000 rands. Today, you'd be sitting with 926,000, almost 1 million. Is it worth holding on to these coins? Now, I wanted to show you as well that the price fluctuates. Nobody can tell you at any point, it's not a straight line. So do not believe people who say we are guaranteeing you returns. And people are telling us this because that's what we want to hear. When I start telling you that the market determines the price, you say, but Maggie, I want to know how much I'm going to make every month. How am I going to know when this thing is doing this? Now, because that I want you to know, I am going to sell you a product and say you will get so much for sure. And you are going to be happy and have a good feeling. And that time comes, I'm going to say, you are going to have so much for sure every month. End of the month, the value of Bitcoin drops. You come back to me and say, but Maggie, but I was telling you what you wanted to hear. People will tell you what you want to hear. Okay. So that is how the markets look like. Oh, yes. And let me also show you this. Do you see that here? If you go up here, it shows you that there are more than 10,000 cryptocurrencies out there. More than 41 trillion rands sitting in this cryptocurrency. More than 517 exchanges. Exchanges are those platforms that will allow you to change the cryptocurrency back to your local currency. Is it clear? Are we understanding it? Okay. All right. So let me just quickly show you then how people became multimillionaires with Bitcoin. Okay. This was 2014. I mean, 2010. 2010. One Bitcoin was 140. Okay. Imagine you had 140 rands in 2010. I know in South Africa at the time we were holding the World Cup. We say, feel it, it is here. Bitcoin was there as well, but we do not feel it. Because if we had felt it, we would not have bought vuvuzelas and macarapas. We would have gone and bought Bitcoin. For 140 rands, you would have gotten 100 coins. BTC stands for Bitcoin. When one Bitcoin, 1, 2, 3 years later is 195 rands, your 140 rands would have made you some money because you bought Bitcoin and you are holding on to Bitcoin. Now one Bitcoin is 195 rands. It means your 100 Bitcoins are worth 19,500 rands. In less than 3 years, 140 rands had grown to 19,000 rands. But hold on, 2013, one Bitcoin is now 9,000 rands. I'm also showing you the power of hodling, holding on. 9,000 rands. If you had 100 Bitcoins and one is 9,000 rands, it means you've got 900,000 rands. It means in 1, 2, 3, 4 years, 140 rands would have grown to 900,000. Remember what I said about Bitcoin Vault sitting at 117 today? And now you understand the technology behind Bitcoin Vault. Do you think that technology is going to take off? Do you think adoption will go high? If your answer is yes, we could see Bitcoin Vault getting to that. But if you don't own any of those coins, it means nothing to you. Now to also highlight, you see, 2014, it went from 9,000 for one coin to 4,900, almost dropped half. So if the graph was like this, it suddenly went down here. But now look at that, your 100 coins, if you have not sold them, you still have 100 coins. But when one coin is worth 4,900, your 100 coins are now 490,000 rands. It's still a lot of money knowing that you came from 140 rands. Let's fast forward to 2017. When we first saw Bitcoin, like, geez, skyrocket. it was 300,000 for one coin. If you had 100 coins and one coin is 300,000, do you know how much you would have had? 30 million rands. That is how early adopters, those who heard about Bitcoin and did something about it and held on to it because they understood the fundamentals, they understood the technology, and they held on to it, and they understood that it was in its infancy, that adoption was going to increase. When they hold on to it, 140 rands in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years had grown to 30 million rands. I got introduced to Bitcoin in 2017. When I got introduced, there were people who knew about Bitcoin there. Not only knew about it, but had bought it. I was now interacting with these people. I remember that year they were saying it's a year of title deeds. Do you know what they were doing? They were selling their cryptocurrency, exchanging their Bitcoin for rands and buying property, cash. And they said it's a year of title deeds. That's how you make cryptocurrency work for you. When you convert it, you want it to go into assets that will generate wealth for you outside of the crypto space. Now, what happens in any market, whether it is a Bitcoin market, Bitcoin vault market, electric cash, property market, stocks, whatever it is, when there are more sellers in the market than there are buyers, the value of that particular asset or thing drops. Let me repeat that. When there are more sellers than buyers, the value drops. Now imagine all those people who are suddenly, people like you and me, growing up in townships, in rural areas, had never seen 1 million before, did not inherit it, hardly saw 1,000, now are multi-millionaires. They are selling these coins to cash them out into rands and actually become rand millionaires. And they start buying property. But when they sell the coins, we get a lot of sellers in the market. At the same time, we get other people. Let's say Njabula now bought Bitcoin when it was 300,000. Now Maggie had bought when it was 5,000 rands. Maggie is selling because she's now a millionaire. Njabula sees the price going down and says, yo, Imaliam, before it gets to 0, let me also sell. He bought at 300, he sells at 200, and he lost money. Then he says, Bitcoin ate my money. No, Njabula made the wrong decision. He sold at the wrong time. It was not his time to sell. It was the time for those who had made money to sell, not his time to sell. But he panicked. Why did he panic? Because he heard the noise. He heard the sound. People saying, oh, it's a bubble. It's going to burst. And he saw the evidence in the value going down, but he did not understand the fundamentals. So he panicked and sold at a loss, and he lost some money. And he says, Bitcoin ate my money. It didn't eat his money. He made the wrong decision. But had Njabulo held on to his coins, yes, we don't know when it's going to go up, but rest assured it's going to go up. We saw Bitcoin 3 years later, not only hitting 300,000, but getting to 350. That was end of last year. 3 years later. But people don't want to wait. They want results in 3 days, in 7 days. And a few months after that, it went as high, almost 1 million. So imagine the 100 coins. Imagine the 100 coins. When one Bitcoin hit 960,000, 100 coins are worth 96 million rands. That is how people make money in cryptocurrency. Hodling, buy and hold, and relax. Is 5 years too long to wait? Look at your life 5 years ago. If you had bought Bitcoin 5 years ago and held on, let's go back 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And held on for 5 years, where would you be today? We want instant results. And they are losing us money. When there are more sellers in the market than there are buyers, the value drops. When you get more buyers than sellers, the demand goes high, the value goes up. Have you seen, if you go to Mpumalanga, Sobo, Limpopo, somewhere, and you are driving, Mpumalanga, I know that there's these markets where you get bomme selling things like bananas and whatnot, but they all sell the same thing, you know. So you go to the first stall and you say, Mama, how much are the bananas? And they say, this baguette or whatever is 50 rands. And you say, no, let me go and ask the lady next door. She says, no. No. I think I heard that lady next door tell me that, telling somebody that they are selling them for 25 rands. The first lady's gonna say, no, I'll give it to you for 25. Then you said, you know what, let me just walk around and go and see. Maybe the people further on, they sell it for less. The lady at the front, there are a lot of sellers selling the same thing, that the buyers are scarce. There's Maggie, they're trying to buy these bananas. The chances are that I'm going to leave there having paid 10 rands for bananas that were worth 50 rands when I got there. So when there are more sellers than there are buyers, it means demand is low. The value drops, the price drops. We see the same thing in cryptocurrency, the same with property. When they say that the property market is flooded with sellers, the price of property drops. And they call it a buyer's market because you can buy cheaper because there are a lot of sellers. It works the same way in crypto. You see that same graph everywhere. You go to Bitcoin Vault, same. I showed that Bitcoin Vault was 8,500 at some point. I showed you that. When it was launched in 2019, it was 18 rand for one coin, 18. Imagine if you had taken 1,800 rands and got yourself 100 Bitcoin Vaults then when it was launched. Imagine that. When it reached its all-time high, when it was now 8,500 rands, your 100 coins would have been worth almost 1 million rands. What did people do? Because people did not spend 1,800 rand. They had learned from Bitcoin. They spent hundreds and thousands of rands buying Bitcoin Vault because they believed in the technology. When it hit that, they became multimillionaires. What did they do? They sold. The price drops. Another thing that people tend to do is that when they talk about cryptocurrency, when somebody speaks to me, they always say, Maggie, how much am I going to make every month? And then I'm thinking, oh my Lord, what am I going to tell this person? And I say, well, I don't know. And they think Maggie does not know what she's talking about. Maggie, just don't do anything with Maggie. She doesn't know her story. But comes a financial advisor from Nedbank or Investec. They come to you, they come with their graphs, they come with their portfolio. They say, Mrs. Muluzi, this is the portfolio, this one is a balanced portfolio. And then they show you past performance does not guarantee future performance. I don't even worry about what they just said. We don't know where it's going, but if we project inflation rate of 5%, 10%, 20%, these are the different graphs. But remember, past performance does not guarantee future performance, but we can project using inflation rate, blah, blah. Never once are you going to say, stop, Mr. Financial advisor from Investec. How much am I going to make every month guaranteed? He just told you no guarantees, and we are happy with that. And that is in a financial instrument that is not even growing as fast as this. In the last decade, it has grown more than 40,000%. That is cryptocurrency in returns for the holders of the coin. Yet when it comes to the space, you want that guarantee. Let's take a year-to-year look from March of 2020, March of 2021 of Bitcoin Vault. That increase per annum was 218 per annum. What is your bank giving you per annum? We were looking into this. If you've missed, I don't want to call it a show, like information sessions on cryptocurrency on Wednesdays at 6:30 every Wednesday on Facebook and in Zoom. And we were talking about this, looking at what Bitcoin has done for people and what the banks do for us. We looked at the return. It was I think Nedbank was the highest paying one at that time. I can't remember. But that highest paying one was paying 6%, 5% per annum for deposits that are not less than $1 million. 5% per annum, not less than $1 million. Now, less than 500 Rand per annum. You decide where you want your money to go, but do not expect overnight success. This thing goes, you could buy here today, you wake up tomorrow, it's there. It's crazy. We had people here planning to buy cars the next day. They woke up and the price had dropped. That's how crypto works. No guarantees. You know, even when you go for different investment instruments, they will always show you different ones. The balanced portfolios, they'll tell you less risk. Less risk, the returns aren't so high. The higher the risk, the higher the returns. This is risky. What is your risk appetite? Okay, so is that clear for everyone? Are you guys happy? So to make money in cryptocurrency, you must own the coins. The more coins you own, the more money you will make. But many a time, that's where we struggle. We don't have a lot of money, isn't it? And this is how it works. Let me show you this. This is how it works. Can you see my white screen? Somebody please tell me yes or no. Can you see a white screen? Okay, let me check on YouTube to show me. Because
yes, my leader.
you can, awesome. Now I don't know where I am. I don't know where I went. Let me stop sharing again. I'm going to share the white screen again. Thank you so much. Okay, let me show you how it works, okay? So that when you start buying cryptocurrency, you understand and you start asking the right questions, right? So let's say you had 10,000 rands. I'm going to use simple numbers so that the math is easy for me in this example. Let's say for 10,000 rands, and at that time you wanted to buy Bitcoin. And at that time they said the price of one Bitcoin is 1,000 rands. How many Bitcoins would you get if you had 10,000 rands? You can put it in the chat. How many Bitcoins would you get if one Bitcoin was 10,000 rands? Mama, you've got your hand up. Are you answering me? Or should I bring your hand down? Okay. How many Bitcoins would you have? I don't see anything in the chat. How many would you get if one Bitcoin was 1,000 and you had 10,000 rands? Okay, I will tell you would get 10 coins. Okay. How did I get that? People want to know how I got that. We've got 10,000 rands. Oops. 10,000 rands. One Bitcoin is 1,000 rands. You simply divide 10,000 by 1 and you get 10 coins. Okay, so now you own 10 BTC. This is you. Okay? So time goes, I don't know how long it is. The price of one Bitcoin goes up to 2,000 rands. One Bitcoin is now 2,000 rands. You still have 10,000 coins. Let's say you bought your coins with Luno, okay, or ChainX. So in there you go, it says 10 BTC. But the estimated price value of your 10 Bitcoin has gone up because one of them is 2,000. So if I multiply this 10 by 2,000, I see 20,000 rands. I did not buy more Bitcoin. The price just simply went up. If I wake up one day and the price has gone down to 1,500, how much will I see when I look in my Luno account? I will still see 10 Bitcoins, but now I'm no longer going to see 20,000. I'm going to see 15,000 rands because the price has gone down. If I wake up one day and it says 500, I'll go into Luno, I will still see 10 Bitcoins, but I'm not going to see this anymore. I'm going to see 5,000 rands. And somebody would say, I've lost money. As long as you have not sold your coins, you have not lost anything. They are just worth less at that time. If you sell them at that time, then you do make a loss. If you hold on and the price goes up again to 2,000 at some point, you look again, you don't see this, now you are seeing 20,000 rands. Now you say, I'm not taking chances anymore. I want to withdraw. People always say, I want to withdraw. Maybe how much profit have I made? So here you can see you made 10,000 profit. Can I withdraw my profit? You can. But what does it mean to withdraw your profit? It means you must sell your coins. So if you're saying, I want to withdraw 10,000 rands from this 20,000 rands, you must sell half of these coins. Because 5 coins, when one coin is 2,000 rands, 5 coins will give you 10,000 rands. So there you go. You take out into your money bag, you have put in 10,000 rands. Because you sold 5 Bitcoins, you are left with 5 Bitcoins, and at that time they were worth that. So you don't see this anymore. You are seeing 5 BTC in your Luno, and you are seeing the price is 10,000 rands because you have bagged 10,000 rands. One day the price of Bitcoin goes down. Your 5 Bitcoins, when you look in there, they are no longer 10,000 rands. When you look in there, it's 5 multiplied by the price of Bitcoin. Now you are seeing 5,000 rands. And you're thinking, I know I want to withdraw. We like withdrawing, isn't it? I want to withdraw. To withdraw, you must sell your coins. So you are going to sell all these to withdraw 5,000. There you are bagging your 5,000. Now you are left with 0 BTC. Now, you had 10,000 rands in this case. You bagged 15,000 rands. You made some money. You've got no Bitcoin. What did 15,000 do for you? Did it give you financial freedom? Did it pay your debt? Maybe some of it. Take you on holiday? Maybe. Pay school fees? Yes. Buy a TV? Mm-hmm. But did it solve your financial problems forever? No. You put in some money. You kept withdrawing. As you withdraw, you are reducing the number of coins you have. At some point, you will have no coins. That is not helping you on your way to financial freedom. Those obviously who bought with a lot of money, hundreds and thousands of rands, as the price doubles, they make, if I had come in with 500,000 rands and bought Bitcoins when one was that, when the price doubles, I've got 1 million. I've got 1 million rands. So the more money you have, the more money you will make. But that's not an answer for a lot of us, isn't it? You get people saying, Maggie, I've got 50,000 rands. I need this thing to stretch for as long as possible. If it stretches forever, so be it. In the crypto space, buying and holding or trading or whatever is not gonna stretch this money forever. I wanna show you this video. We are almost done. I'm just getting there. Okay. It's coming up. Current slide. Go there. Let me share my slide. Okay, listen to this. The more cryptocurrency coins you have, the more money you will have when the value goes up. So you are better positioned if you can collect more and more and more cryptocurrency coins. Then use them to do life. Pay off your debt, go on holiday, buy your dream car, buy your dream house. And without having to spend more money from your own pocket, get more cryptocurrency coins and get more cryptocurrency coins and get more cryptocurrency coins. And the value goes up again, you have more money. That is how real wealth is created. That is how you should create wealth. That is how many people are creating their wealth. And you are better positioned if you join them. So that is the strategy. You need to be in a position where, I'm going to share this again on my board. The idea is that because we are not at the level where we've got 500,000 to put into this, but you certainly want to make 500,000 and more in the crypto space. The idea is you get cryptocurrency, and as it goes out, you need more coming in, right? So let's put Bitcoin there. Bitcoin, right? As you are spending your Bitcoin, you want more Bitcoin coming in. But we know that for Bitcoin to come in, you must be spending some money. But we are limited with the amount of money we have to spend buying Bitcoin. You are saying, whatever I've got here, how do I make this stretch and keep making me money? There is no such a thing that you can make money forever with a little bit of money without any effort from you. Where is that money going to be coming from? Where is it going to be coming from? So you are better positioned if you find a solution of getting money in, using it. And I'm going to show you at the end. But we have reached the end of our session, and I want us to go into our certificates. But before I do that, I want to address some questions. Let me see. Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. I'm just seeing happiness. Ntombozuko and Noktula, you responded with 10. Thank you. I missed that. Do we have any questions? Is it clear? Are we understanding this? Is it making sense? Let me also check on YouTube. Is it making sense?
Yes, my leader.
Making sense?
Yes, it makes sense. A lot of sense.
Okay. So, let me see what else I had on my slides for you before I skip things that are important to you. Okay. Right, no, that's it. So now, yes, there's something here. So we have certainly reached the, come on, yeah, okay. I'm just going to share my screen again. So we have certainly come to the end of our session. The idea was to show you how money is made with cryptocurrencies, but I wanted to go there with understanding. And you can do your own thing with buying and holding, but it does limit how much you can make. And with mining as well, with trading, they all limit how much you can make based on how much money you've got. Okay, so, but anyway, nonetheless, if you want us to continue, you want to continue. I know a lot of people, some people have already responded to me, send me a message based on their training from yesterday to say, Max would like to continue with you. I hold sessions every now and then, tap into those things. Even if you are not ready to start anything in the crypto space, keep connected, okay? Keep connected, because really cryptocurrency is the next poverty alleviation tool. It is difficult, guys, for us to make money anywhere else. When we see this opportunity and we understand it, you can actually make quite a bit of money and not lose money, okay? So if you want to continue with me on this, just tapping into my networks, listening to what I've got to say, asking me questions, sometimes it just helps to have somebody to ask, to say, you know what, I wanted to do this. What do you think? I'm not a financial advisor. I won't give financial advice, but I can share what I'm doing. I can give you an opinion based on what other people have seen. If I've got the time, I will do some investigations for you and give you my opinion. My opinion is not gospel truth. It is based on, I would go and investigate and say, when I see A, B, C, D, I would do this or I would not do that. Okay, so send me a message if you want to have that open line for us to have such discussions. Give me a brief description of what you would like to get out of the relationship with me. Some people just say, you know what, Max, I'm looking for financial freedom. When you start telling me this, then I give you different options to say, you know what, this is how I share what I am doing. I said, this is what I am doing. If you want to subscribe to that, that is how we do it. If you want to try that, try that. And so give me an idea of what you are thinking, how you plan to play in the space, and see how we can guide you along. And then I will give you a link to join my Facebook group. In that group, I just share information cryptocurrency related. Any new developments, I will just share with you. And then, most importantly, each and every one of us, let's start our own portfolio. Congratulations to the guys who joined the session yesterday at 6 o'clock, and you've got active accounts now. Fund your accounts, buy your first Bitcoin vault. Your first Bitcoin vault, luckily you can still get a full one. Buy your Bitcoin Satoshis. There's ADA, there's Ethereum. Start playing around and seeing how the market works. But for me, it is really about using this space to make money. I always use the hashtag of an income in every African home. Right. And then, but let's get you started with your portfolio. Right. So having said that, let's just do our certificates, and those who still want to stay on, you can stay on, and I will show you the roadmap that I am using to my financial freedom. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. I've got a plan and I'm working on my plan. I'll share that with you, those who are interested after we have finished this session. I'll just spend about 5 minutes or so just going through that when we've done with our certificates. Okay. Right, so as we are going into our certificates and being African as we are, I expect people to celebrate the African way. I get, you know, the African way, we make a noise, we ululate, you know, my kids, when I go for prize giving at school, and they call their names, ne? Like I did yet. I ululate and I make a noise, and then they say, oh, Mama, you are embarrassing us, you know? And the day I choose not to embarrass them and keep quiet, look, she actually came in and, do I embarrass you, my baby? Come and tell everyone that I embarrass you. And the day I don't do it, ne? And they're looking out to hear me. What about it? How, Mama, let's say, Mama, you didn't make that noise today. Say hi to my class. Come. See, I'm not lying here. I tell people that, do I embarrass you? Say hello, because I can't see you. Okay. She says, oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse my love. Okay. So they would say, Mama, you embarrass us. But when I don't say anything, Mama, why didn't you do anything? So we are all Africans in here. When you see your name, make a noise, unmute yourself, and let's have fun. All right. Okay. Oh, you guys are so quiet. You. Okay, thank you. How at least I can see it in October, you're using the chats. Thank you for using the chats. Hey, some people are. Okay, where is the? Yeah, where is it? Okay, it's here. Okay. I am ready. Let's share. It's not showing up here. Why is it not showing up? It's not showing up on my share screens. Let me stop sharing. Let me try again. Oh, there we go. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, YouTube, are we ready? Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see the screen.
It's not showing.
YouTube
is delayed.
I think from the standpoint of people with people that are sensitive you can figure out.
Okay, I'm starting now.
Halala bazi, halala.
La.
Thank you, my leader. Thanks.
Wow. Amen. Amen, Maggie. Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Halala.
Hala,
Thank
la,
you,
hala,
thank
la.
you.
La,
God is
la, very
good.
beautiful.
God is
Thank
good.
you.
It does feel like an achievement, yes. Wow,
It is
man.
an
Thank you so
achievement.
much.
You know, don't
Thank you.
underestimate what you have done. In this class, more than 100 people registered for this class. Okay. Let me just actually get the number of people in the group. We've got 112 people in the group. We had some people that left the group. We only had about 16 in here, and we had about 8, I think, on YouTube. Okay. For you to make it this far, it means you were dedicated to understanding what this thing is. And it might not all make sense to you now, but I'm telling you, if you keep connected, you have just started something that may just change your life forever. Don't underestimate the fact that every single day you showed up, you listened to the voice notes, you read the notes, and you still have that stuff to refer back to. You might not know everything now. I'm still learning. We are all still learning, but you have prioritized this and you showed up for this. You can make excuses. You can have reasons why things will not work for you. You can have reasons why you cannot come to the Zoom, but those are not going to change your life. So if you still have like a few minutes, I want to share with you what I do, okay? And did I stop sharing? Yes, I did. And this is, I strongly believe that cryptocurrency is going to change our lives. But what is not going to change our lives is get rich quick. Okay. I've put together what I call, I spent a lot of my time trying to figure out how I'm going to make cryptocurrency change my life. I've got 5 years. I don't have more than 5 years for me to be a multimillionaire. And it's not going to happen by chance, but it is an intentional thing that I've got. It's intentional. I work on it intentionally because I believe, like I'm repeating myself, that anything worthwhile takes effort. You must build it and it will work. So, I was looking at these stats now. A lot of people, even you will see in our intros, when we started with the introductions, a lot of people kept saying, I'm not employed, I'm at home. That is our reality. These are the stats from StatSA. They're saying that 28,000 less people were employed in Q1 from Q4 of last year. What it means is that last year, Q4, the last quarter of last year, there were 28,000 people that found themselves at the beginning of 2021 without jobs. That's 28,000. They had jobs end of last year. Beginning of this year, no jobs. The youth. I get very excited when I get young people showing interest in cryptocurrency. But I want it to be structured, not destructive things, but anyway, StatSA said that they recorded the highest unemployment rates for the youth in Q1 of this year.
Sure.
That is our reality. So we need to find alternative ways of making money. There is no making money without work. You have to work for your money. Cryptocurrency is not a miracle. It will accelerate your growth. But if you want true financial freedom, we need to be creating legacies of wealth. We've got a young lady in our business, 26. She became a multimillionaire last year from working in the business. This young lady, her name is Fundo, she's from KZN, she was a student. And she got into crypto and just went full on. And she managed to buy a house, to build a house for her mom. She managed to build a house for her dad. She managed to buy herself an Audi cash. And I remember saying to her, I was interviewing her. I used to have a radio show talking about crypto, and I was interviewing her. And I said to her, Fundo, when she said she bought a car, and I said to her, so did you go to a vehicle and Absa Vehicle and Asset Finance? She did not know what that is. That is where you get loan to buy a car. It was just so refreshing to get a young person who owns a car, does not even know about vehicle and asset finance. And that is the generation that we want to be bringing up. So the fact that there is no employment does not mean that our youth should be welfare kids by Emily 350. No. It means they can tap into a space that puts them in positions like Zafundo, where they will never know what a bond is, but they will own properties. They will not know what a car loan is, but they'll be driving expensive cars. And we're going to allow cryptocurrency to drive us there. So the roadmap that we have, and with the information that you have learned, okay, this is my roadmap. How I have given myself I said it can't go more than 5 years. So I'm hoping 3 years for me to move from this point to this point. It takes other people quicker, depending on how much. I'm still full-time employed, so I'm doing this thing part-time. Those who are full-time employed, they move. But you have to purpose yourself to say, I am going to work for my money, right? So I've got people, when I talk to them about this, they say, but Maggie, what can I do when I don't have money? There's nothing you can do when you don't have money. Everything starts with money. You must plant a seed. there will be no fruits without seeds planted. This same girl I'm talking about, Fundo, she was a student when she got into cryptocurrencies. When she saw that there is a formula for her to take her family out of deep poverty, it took her 10 months as a student to start. 10 months. It means from her pocket money, she was saving money every month to get started. The guy called Tom was a gardener. Tom was a gardener. I stay in Ramsar Country Estate. He used to do the garden in Featherbrook. Now he owns properties in estates. He used to do the gardens. He used to walk from Deep Slot to Featherbrook, 14 kilometers this way, 14 that way, coming to work. Today, he owns properties. He employed this strategy. When he started, he did not have money. He also saved money. There's a lady called Gwena, a domestic worker, heard about this thing, did not have money. Her salary did not even allow her. What did she do? I don't have money. How am I going to do it? Like some people say that to me, but Maggie, how do I start? It wasn't to her, it wasn't about, I can't do it. It was about, how am I going to do it? She said that from her salary, she took a portion, went to China City and started buying things to sell to make extra money and saved. But she only managed to save half of the money. Then she reached out to her sister, said, I've raised half. Can you help me with half? But the point is that there's a seed to be planted. It all depends on how much you want the change. I planted my seed. So I mine with Mining City. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. I mine Bitcoin, I mine Bitcoin Vault, I mine Electric Cash. Mining with Mining City is not going to make me rich. It's not going to give me financial freedom. It's going to get me a number of coins. The price of the coin is going to go up, like the picture I was drawing for you guys with 10,000 rands, but it is not going to give me financial freedom. It's not going to give me beautiful holidays, every school holiday with my kids. It's not going to pay up my bond because I did not buy huge, I didn't buy a platinum plan. A platinum plan is 250,000 rands. I didn't buy that. But I realized and saw the potential for me to make crazy money because Mining City offers an opportunity for me to do the business. Remember when I said you are better positioned when you've got a system where you put money in. As I use the money, more money must come in. The only way more money can come in with this money that I did is to earn it. And how do I earn it? Mining City allows me to earn that money, but let me show you how. Okay, so I planted a seed. That is phase one, done. Phase one is as easy as that. And then I go into phase two. Phase two, I call the income generation phase. Because I'm still working because I need to work. I need to work because I must still pay school fees. I must still pay my bond. I must still pay my car. I want to finish off my bond and my car in less than 5 years. And how am I going to do that? When you are fully stretched financially, you need extra money. So the beautiful thing about being in this space is that I got to learn skills. Do you know that me doing this training was because I was exposed to the Achievers Club Academy through this Mining City opportunity. And I learned because I'm an IT consultant, I'm a programmer. No? Programmers deal with computers, they don't deal with people. So I had to learn to be able to present my business. And I learned that. And I did that consistently. And the owner of Achievers Club Academy said, why? She said to me, Maggie, I want to pilot doing training people for free with cryptocurrency, but using it via WhatsApp. Can I try with you? Why did she do that? Because I had learned the skills to present and she saw my consistency and then she said, do it. And I didn't say, I want to get paid. Pelalena, I need money. No, I saw an opportunity to grow. So I learned skills. And this skill I am taking anywhere with me. So you are going to learn skills. I learned skills and I established sound business principles. I show up. When there's a meeting, I show up. When there's training, I show up. I show up on time. I ask, what does the business need to succeed? And I do those activities. Before I started making money, I did a lot of learning. I would read about how does network marketing work? What must I do first? Because I come from IT, I don't know these things. How do I talk to people? What must I say? And I would speak to Dima. Dima is my upline, and I would be saying, Dima, this thing says I must follow up. Yo, Dima, and I would read what it says. Dima, this sounds awkward. I can't do this. Says Maggie, that's where the money lies. And I got out of my comfort zone. So I learned the skills. I established the sound business principles, and I started building my business. And as I do that, now remember, it's all about cryptocurrency. Mining City, when I mine, without me doing anything, I'm getting coins because I have rented mining power from them. They are mining on my behalf. I'm getting those coins, but I know those are not going to make me wealthy. Besides that, I am building a business where I am accumulating. They pay me in cryptocurrency. They pay me in Bitcoin. But because I'm not at a stage where I can hodl for long, because I need to be paying off things, I accumulate and use. Unregrettably so, unapologetically so. I'm not saying, I need to hold on to Bitcoin, it's going to go to 1 million. No, I need to live life. When I'm tired and I want to go on holiday, I sell that Bitcoin because that's part of me maintaining my health, taking a break. So accumulate and use. You need to pay school fees, you do that. You need to buy groceries, you need to pay rent, accumulate and use. At least you've got that additional income that allows you to fund your daily living. And one of the sound business principles I learned in this business from a lady called Hannah Pinza, she said, when you start making money, don't go now opening, more accounts, buying cars on installments. Settle your debt. The idea is to put you in a position where you don't owe anybody anything. Once you get there, you move on to phase 3, where you are focusing on growing your business. How do you grow your business? By supporting others. Supporting others to do what? Let them know that there is a way for them to achieve financial freedom. That is me watering my seed. I water my seed by supporting others. I give support. I know how I had to work hard and ask questions. And I know there are people who are not like that. So I offer myself, but you have to come to the party. I grow my business by doing what? Telling people that there is hope. There is a way. You can achieve financial freedom in 5 years. That one who comes to me and says, hey, Mara Maggie, Mina, I don't have 5 years. There was a lady who called me and said, Mina Maggie, Lento Yenye Mining City, it's a waste of time. I need something that moves like this. And I said, yeah, no, then that's not for me. Because for me, that is a scam. So I want to work and I am willing to give the skills. If you are ready to say, Maggie, I want to build my business, how do I go? Then we go. That is how I grow my business, by supporting others. When I'm at that level, remember, I have settled my debt. I'm going to find that I've got more money than I can spend. So because I don't have debt anymore, so it means now I've got extra money, I've got surplus to grow my investment portfolios. That is when now I'm looking at hodling, buying cryptocurrency and hodling it. And now I can afford to buy more. I can buy for 50,000 this month, 100,000 next month, because as that money comes in, I don't have debt. What do I do with it? Grow my cryptocurrency portfolio. At the same time, you look at other business opportunities. You've always wanted to own a farm, but you started, but you didn't have enough money. It shut down. You wanted to have a car wash. You could not buy the equipment. You wanted to have whatever you wanted to do, but money was an issue. Start that business. Because remember, when you are getting paid by Mining City is not your business. You are helping Mining City market their business and then they pay you in cryptocurrency. You mine with them. When you mine with them, they say, as our customer, you also get the right to market their business on our behalf. When you do that, we are going to give you pay you in cryptocurrency. If they decide to stop their business, you want to be at the point where you've got your own businesses going. So that's why you can't take too long in this space. Go in, make your money, start your businesses that you are controlling. Mining City is their business. If they decide tomorrow that, hey, you know what, we have made it, we are now wealthy, we don't want to do this business anymore, it's up to them. But at the moment, they are building their business strongly, so you use that to your advantage to get to this stage. And because Mining City is built on a multi-level marketing, the business opportunity that they're giving you is multi-level marketing, network marketing. It comes with huge benefits that if you survive up to phase 4, as much as you've got other businesses running out of Mining City, you are going to get a Mining City business running in autopilot, which means that you have grown your business by supporting others, and you have shown them how to support others because you have been told and shown how to support others. They keep coming into these phases, and because of a compensation plan of multi-level marketing, you are going to get residual income, which means you would find yourself over and above being financially free, over and above having grown your cryptocurrency portfolio, which is making you a whole lot of money, over and above you having your own businesses, you still have an income coming from Mining City because of the design of multi-level marketing. That is my roadmap to wealth creation. Otherwise, with the limited amount of money I am making, there is no way I am going to make millions in cryptocurrency without getting the extra money that Mining City is with. I mean, Tom, the guy I was telling you about, what do you call him? Who was a gardener. 2 months ago, we were presenting him a check of 200,000 US dollars. That's almost 3 million rands. For what? Because he is here now. And he is building a team of people who are on their journey to financial freedom. As these people go, he gets rewarded. And he only gets rewarded because there's a lot of people who are coming along who are reaching their financial goals. So you need to ask yourself, how much extra money do you need to make? Not want to make, need to make. Things don't come together. You are always borrowing money. You are drowning in debt. Your relationships, your sister does not want to see you anymore. Your friends, when you come this way, they want to run. Your employer, you owe everybody money. At home, there is no peace because there is no money. You are running a business, it's at a loss. You are considering shutting down. The Mining City business has got no staff to pay, no rent to pay, no stock to buy. All you have to do is say, I have bought a mining plan with Mining City. This mining plan came with an opportunity for me to reach my financial freedom. Do you want the same? And somebody says, yes, that is your own business. That's all your business is. Now, when you look 5 years from now, I showed you the unemployment stats. When you look 5 years from now, look at yourself, look at your family. What are you seeing? When I look 5 years from now, I am seeing happiness, joy. I see my house paid up. I see it renovated. I see my car paid up. I see my son with his car. I see my kids' school fees paid all the way up to varsity. I see every holiday, school holiday, taking them away. I see myself and my husband having beautiful honeymoons on exotic islands. What do you see? And I see them because I know it's possible. So those are the questions you must ask yourself. And Les Brown says it's up to you. Every passing moment is another chance to turn it all around. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And that is my story, and that is where I am going to close it off. And you will get your certificate. I will be sending to each one of you in your, not email, I'm going to WhatsApp them to you. Okay. So you all get a WhatsApp with your individual certificate. And I absolutely love sharing this with you because I'm passionate about wealth creation through cryptocurrencies. And let me see if there's questions in the chat. What's Noctula saying? All right. Okay. Everybody, this is it. I wish you all the best. Write down your goals. Don't live your life aimlessly. Write things down. You know, when the Bible says, write down your vision, make it plain. And though it tarries, it will come to pass. It will come to pass. Write it down. Having said that, guys, have a super blessed evening. Thank you for tuning in. We will connect via WhatsApp. Is there anything else anybody wants to say? Let me also check on YouTube. Okay. Frisco saw his name. Well done. Wow, highly favored. I see you. Gertrude, I see you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have come to the end. Thank you, everybody. Have a super blessed evening and good night.
Good night, Sis Maggie. Thank you so much.
Good night, Sis Maggie.
Nice,
Thank
Maggie.
Thank you
Night.
so much.
My absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Osmegi. God bless you.
I received, Mama Lerato. Thank you so much.
Okay.